All right, brothers. First video for Bromigos. We're gonna just get right into it with the matchup. So let's do it. So first matchup, we got me versus Abro. Let's kind of check this out over here. So Abro snagged Matthew Stafford for me this week. Pretty big bummer. He was on my team like 2 weeks ago, whatever. But let's see if Abro can pull it out. He's been literally talking all season how he's the best team in the league. You can see he averages 129 per game, and I average 118, so he obviously has that advantage right there. So overall, Abra definitely has that running back advantage. Rashad White has been absolutely insane this season. You can see running back four, his volume is insane. 25 carries, 20 carries, 15 carries, and he also gets receptions as well. Pretty much a volume hog facing Green Bay. Doesn't really have the best defense. Should be like an interesting game where Rashad White is probably going to be scoring again. So expect that to happen. Getting to ETN. ETN's been honestly kind of like for the last couple weeks. I own him in a different couple different leagues, so I definitely understand how he could be a little bit frustrating, but he has picked it up the last 2 weeks. Let's get into his 17 points, a touchdown. The really big thing that you're always looking for here is just the yards. So you can see that he has 45 yards, 35 yards, 56, compared to the beginning of the season where he was absolutely just dominating and absolutely carrying teams. I don't know. I really just don't see it happening again. He has Baltimore this week. Probably going to be a slowish week. Hopefully he gets into maybe the tens. Once again, I own him, so I hope he does well. This is someone that on Abro's team who I want to actually go off, honestly. And then Abro also owns Raheem Mostert. So he owns the running back two, the three, and the four. So pretty much just stacked up, and it is very much carrying in this team. Raheem Mostert also going to be interesting to see what's going to happen against the Jets defense, where they are definitely a lot easier to run on than pass on. So that's probably where Miami's offense is going to come in. The key thing here is going to be is it going to be Raheem Mostert day or is it going to be Devon Achane day? So just something to kind of look out for there. I feel like this thing is where I have Abro. I have an advantage over Abro here is his wide receiver core. DJ Moore has been an absolute stud this season, no doubt about it. Wide receiver seven. He definitely has that connection with Justin Fields. Pretty much scores a touchdown on a regular basis when he is in. You can kind of see that with the injury when Justin Fields was out. And his yards are always up, so he gets the volume. He gets the targets, and that's exactly what you're looking for in a player right there. The part that's sad is Jalen Waddle. And honestly, having kind of a dud of a season, wide receiver 26, 13.68 points per game. Don't really love that for him. Scored 13, 10, 19, going up against a Jets defense. It's not going to be looking pretty for Abram. It's kind of actually shocked he's starting him. Maybe he's not going to start him. I know he just picked up Zay Jones. Terry McLaurin's also been kind of Maybe Zach Moss. I don't know. I'm not going to give him a little advantage here, but he needs to start. Well, never mind. You can't start Zach Moss because it's a wide receiver. So should be interesting what's kind of going to kind of go on from there. On the other side, I guess I have to start Kyler Murray. I don't know. We're still debating what we're going to really be doing here. Kyler Murray facing the Niners defense. I don't really know about it. I really did try to pick up Matthew Stafford, and it did not work because Abro is still in for me. So kind of bummed I dropped him. I have Russell Wilson on the bench. Who knows who's going to start? Maybe I'll pick up someone else. So to be determined. Pollard and Brees Hall have definitely been picking up the last 2 weeks. Took a Pollard here, running back 10 for the season. Last 4 weeks, 18, 22, 17, 16. He's getting those yards up past 50 for honestly, the past 7 games, which is pretty good to see. Getting those receptions, and is averaging almost a touchdown per the last 4 weeks. Besides last week, he did not get in the end zone, unfortunately. But looking like a pretty good matchup. Cowboys versus Buffalo should be a little bit of a shootout there. Two high-powered teams, trying to also, obviously get that buy in their division. So I do like the Pollard Brees Hall versus ETN Rashad White. I think it should be a good battle. I think overall this is going to be a good battle. So get your popcorn ready, honestly. Got AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs has been a big killer. If you look at his past couple games, 6, 6, 19, 6. But you do notice that he is getting the targets. Targets is what you want to see. Something that I'm still happy about. I just really hope he kind of pulls it off. I really can't afford a dud from him. He has been very, 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 very slow these last couple of weeks. So I don't know. I'm really just kind of hoping for the best there. I'm definitely not sitting him. That would be really silly. Michael Pittman Shout out to Lotta for trading me to him or trading him to me. He's been an absolute machine this year. Look at these stats. Wide receiver 11, 17.03 points per game, 19, 27, 20, 16. And this is with the majority with Gardner Minshew. So this guy's got it. And look out for him to be my keeper next year. Look at this. Got him at the 805. Traded Amari Cooper and Kyle Pitts for Cousins, RIP, and Pittman. That's easy steal right there. Yeah, it's honestly, I feel like it's going to be a pretty good matchup. I mean, we could look at kickers and defenses. They're kind of just like, eh. Abro's got the Raiders going tonight. We'll see how that works. Should be a low-scoring game, they say, but, you know, a lot of money's on the over, though. So if anyone's gambling out there, a lot of money's on the over. So kind of look out for that. We got Koo kicking. I have McPherson. I don't know. Kickers are just whatever. They're going to do what they do. Hopefully no one just goes crazy and that makes the battle. I got Saints defense right now. Don't really know if I'm going to move forward with that, to be honest. So we shall see. One matchup I didn't really talk about was Travis Kelce versus Pat Freiermuth. Kelce has kind of also not been the best the past couple weeks. I think he's on a touchdown drought. Yeah, 3 weeks in a row. 15, 12, 14. All right. He's still honestly kind of doing this thing. I own him in another league, but he just hasn't been like a league winner. It's honestly surprising to still see him be tight at number one, 16.47. So, I mean, Abro's definitely got the advantage there, no doubt. I mean, I'm starting Pat Freiermuth. I want to start Taysom Hill. I don't know if he's going to play. You know, Taysom Hill, you can see here, I'm really just going for those touchdowns. I want him to replicate that week 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 16, 22, 20. Week before he got injured, 15. So, really just kind of honestly going for that. So, hopefully it happens. But honestly, it really should be a go in between me and Abro. And whoever wins this is going to face KP. KP's team is dangerous, and we'll get into that a little bit later, right after we look at that next matchup. All right. Next matchup we're going to go to is Weston and Cash. All right. I doubted Cash all season. I honestly still can't even believe this guy is 8-6 for the season, number 3 seed. Pretty wild, averaging 129, while Weston's averaging 126. So obviously advantage goes to Cash a little bit here, but on paper, Weston's team is just better. I still don't really see how Cash made it this far. I don't know. Kind of just looking at his bench, it's also kind of just like they're all duds out here. Like his starting lineup is his starting lineup. So no disrespect again, Cash, but I think you're just happy to be here, to be honest. So all right, let's just kind of just look into the matchup here. We got Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. Pretty evenly matched here. You know, Josh Allen is actually QB1. Good for him, 24.71. Can't really beat him. Lamar Jackson, QB4. You know, both like to pass the ball, both like to run the ball. So pretty evenly matched there. Lamar Jackson's got a good battle with Jacksonville, and Josh Allen has Dallas. So four good teams going at it. So we shall see how that happens. Weston also has CMC and James Cook. Love that combo. James Cook has been going absolutely nuclear lately. Own him in a couple other leagues as well, 12, 19, 16, 25. Getting those receptions up, that is what's been super key for him. In a PPR league, you just get those easy points. I do like him. You know, obviously I know Dallas' defense is really, really tough, but once again, it should be a good matchup. You know, we definitely want to see points, and I know, you know, it's good for the league. We want to see a good matchup, Bills versus Cowboys. So, you know, if anyone is going to throw a dud here, it would probably be James Cook. So we'll see. CMC is just automatic, you know, running back number 1, not even a question about it. He's always good for 20, except for last week, but that was probably his 3 other times he hasn't scored 20, but he's always good for it. I think he's going to get I think he's also on a touchdown drought after going, no, never mind. He got one last week. So CMC is good to go. Not even going to question it. We go to the other side. We have Kamara and Pacheco. So Pacheco is a little dicey here. I haven't really heard too much about him this week with regarding his injury right here. So you kind of get an update right here. Remains sideline in practice Thursday. Cash definitely needs him. Pacheco has been pretty stellar these last couple of weeks. And it's definitely going to be a big hole for him to miss. I guess if he is going to sit Pacheco, sheesh. Kareem Hunt, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's a recipe for disaster. Kamara has been pretty solid. Definitely have been a big Kamara hater overall as well prior into the going to the season, but I think he's just a stud, he's just PPR proof. He's good to go versus the Giants. Should be an easy matchup. You should look for some points there. Let's go to the wide receiver matchup. Debo has been going absolutely insane the past couple weeks. I don't know if he's going to do it again. If he does it again, we have some hope here. Debo is definitely can be a long-term asset, and someone that can, you know, Weston can kind of depend on. I think there's a correlation here. Weston has been hot and Debo has been hot. DK Metcalf has also been picking up. He just had his 3 touchdown performance 2 weeks ago, 13 there. He did get ejected last week, but 2 for 52 and a touchdown. Touchdowns kind of save his season. Has a really good schedule kind of coming up as well. So, I definitely like the DK Debo pair, but I feel like it really is a big boom bust pair. So you never know what's going to happen. They can essentially not do the best, and it's kind of game over for Weston there. But he has Josh Allen, CMC to kind of hold him back. Dalton Kincaid, Weston stole him for me because I dropped him because I'm an idiot. But he also actually has not been playing too well the past couple of games, and I'm pretty sure he's injured. He might not even play this week. So Weston, I think he has Njoku though. Njoku's pretty good play. Isaiah Likely. So I mean, they're pretty much all boom bust. I think you kind of just need to figure out who's the right tight end to play, which we'll see what he does there, honestly. Next wide receiver, he's playing Chris Godwin. Interesting. I'm not here to give any fantasy advice. It's just interesting. That's all I really have to say about there. I don't want to speculate too much there, but you do you. Let's go to the wide receivers for Cash. Tyreek Hill, absolute stud, but he's facing the New York Jets. Last time he faced New York Jets, he actually did pretty well. 9 for 102 and a touchdown. Is he going to replicate that? I don't know if that's going to happen again. It's going to be hard. The Jets secondary is definitely very good. Tyreek Hill also banged up, so Cash definitely needs Tyreek Hill to ball out for him to even have a chance to compete here. Tyreek Hill has just been automatic, and I feel like he honestly just kind of carried him to the playoffs. So we shall see. Devontae Smith has been pretty electric since Dallas Goedert was out, but Dallas Goedert came back last week, and Smith still put up points. 10 to be exact, no touchdowns. So we'll see. I mean, there is definitely some correlation with Devontae Smith not being able to play well with Dallas Goedert. So something to kind of look out for. Not really helping Cash's case here. He has Logan Thomas as well as tight end. That's pretty he's pretty much touchdown dependent. Sam Howell throws the ball, should be a good game against the Rams. Should be a high scoring game as well. So he's going to be looking for those points. Jaden Reed been an absolute animal the last couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure it's like 3 20-point weeks, 19, 19, 15, 20. So almost 20-point weeks for the past couple. Also, he rushes the ball, touchdown dependent in a way here, gets his targets, but Packs versus Tampa Bay, good matchup again. Should be a good game moving forward. So I don't know. Cash's team really not scaring me at all. You see a lot of question marks. And questionable to see if they're going to play. I really like Stan's chances here. I think he is really going to pull it off. Once again, I've been doubting Cash all season, so I'm not going to stop now. I don't think Cash is going to win, so I'm going to go with Weston here. All right, and let's kind of look into the number 1 and 2 seed as well. All right, so the winner of Abro versus me goes to face KP here. You look at this team, and it's honestly pretty electric, kind of. I kind of figured he was going to have some more steady names. The defense is out of control. What are we doing? Jets, Cowboys, Broncos, Rams. Let's figure it out. Oh, he has Keenan Allen on his IR. He said that today, so that makes sense. So, I'm sure he's not feeling the best about that. Justin Herbert out for the season. That pretty much plummets Keenan Allen's value down. He's a safety blanket, but is he even going to be available next week? We're not sure. But KP is obviously held by, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is easily a top 3 quarterback. There you go. Number 2 for the season. He's always going to ball out. He has that rushing upside. Not really even too worried about it. He is a sit and forget. Kyron Williams is a league winner this year. He's been absolutely insane. You kind of see since he's came back from his injury. Look at this, 100 yards from scrimmage, all put together, touchdowns, central. It's facing Washington this. Well, never mind. He's going to be facing the Saints when he starts them. So Kyren Williams is a stud. I don't really see him busting at all. So I think he's good to go. It's probably his most reliable running back, honestly. Um, KP also has Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. That's scaring people like 2 years ago, but it's still scaring people now. Derrick Henry has been playing well. 3 straight weeks of 2 touchdowns. That is not something that I knew. That's pretty incredible. Good for him. So expect that to continue facing Houston's defense. Looks like it's a good matchup. It's green. That's what you're looking for. Saquon Barkley also has been super underrated since Tommy Cutlets came here. He's honestly been pretty much picking it up. 30 points, 6, 23. So it seems like it's kind of like hit or miss, but I do like Saquon to continue his work here. Hopefully for our case. Hopefully for KP's case. Trey McBride has been an absolute stud at tight end. What a big pickup here. Where did he get him? He got him for $0 on October 25th. That is insane. He has been an absolute target hog. KP is lucky he has a bye week this week against the Niners, but after that, the Bears and Philadelphia, two of the worst secondaries in the league. Well, Bears, honestly, defense has been picking up. Philadelphia's secondary is absolute trash, so that's a dub if he makes it to the championship. Three 20-point games. It's pretty wild. KP's team's good. I am a little bit worried about Jordan Addison. I'm sure he's hoping that Keenan Allen's come back, maybe play some Jacoby Myers. I don't really know. I know he's not playing past having a matchup this week, but I almost would lean Jacoby Myers over Jordan Addison this week, but that's not even something he has to worry about. Overall, pretty solid team. He has Harrison Butker as his kicker. Chiefs are supposed to be scoring points, but they don't really do anymore. So not a bad team, not a bad team. Definitely, I guess, the team to beat here. 11-3, that's no joke out here. Next, let's go to Alexis' team. All right. Alexis' team, the team is scary for sure. You see Justin Jefferson and Antonio and Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's pretty wild. I know Alexis wants Justin Jefferson to have a good week. He is just coming back from injury. He wants him to produce this week, so he has confidence starting him next week. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the Lions have had a dreadful last 2-3 weeks. It's been bad. But I think the Lions can't be bad forever. They're 9-3. That offense is going to resurge, and then Jahmyr Gibbs is also going to resurge with that. But Jahmyr Gibbs has been holding his own for the past couple weeks. I'm sure Alexis is pretty much going to be a Lions fan for this league here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs would really need to carry him over. He has to hope that Justin Jefferson's actually healthy. Justin Jefferson said he's going to be playing this week, so we shall see. Evan Ingram has been an absolute stud these past couple weeks, scoring touchdowns. So he didn't score a touchdown all season, and then he scored 3 in the last 2 weeks. He is just blowing up, similar to last season. Not sure if anyone knew this, but Evan Ingram also blew up last season towards the end of the season. 14, 39, 14, 18. So kind of replicating that, but then he kind of crapped out during the finals. So something to kind of look out for there. So Evan Ingram, I'm starting him. Things where I get a little bit nervous here is this whole Nico Collins, CJ Stroud situation. Luckily, once again, Alexis is on bye, so he doesn't really have to worry about that next week. But CJ Stroud, I don't think he's going to play this week, to be honest. So concussion protocol, is he going to play in 2 weeks? Hopefully, the Texans are on playoff watch, so you hope that he's starting. He does have Courtland Sutton, though, who has been a touchdown machine. Not really too much yards, but he gets a touchdown. That's what you're looking for. George Pickens is very much boom bust, but it's just been busting. Sharp, okay. Jalen Warren. I mean, he has people to flex, so I think that's the most important part. It looks like he's got some depth, and that's something that you definitely need in this league. All right, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has not been a league winner this year. QB8 of the season. He isn't not even averaging 20 points per game. It's not something you see out of Patrick Mahomes. 16 last week, 15 before that, 18 against the Eagles, 17 against the Dolphins, 8 versus the Broncos. You just got to hope he, It's good QB to have. You would be absolutely psychotic to sit him, so that's not going to happen. So, you're starting Patrick Mahomes. You just got to hope he picks it up. And if he has a Patrick Mahomes season or a week, I think Alexis should be honestly good to go. I'm a big James Conner hater. Last week, 2 weeks ago before the bye, he went absolutely insane. So 25 carries, 105. Then they face Chicago during the week when it's not Alexis's bye week. This team's looking pretty good. Baltimore defense pretty solid. Like this is a good team. Compared to KP as well. This is a 9-5 team. Looks like a 9-5 team. They haven't had Justin Jefferson literally at all in forever, and they're still 9-5. That's impressive. That's something that you want to look out for right there. So that's kind of the playoff. That's the winners bracket at least. I mean, we can check out the losers bracket real quick. It's looking ugly. We got Bulo and Berto to face each other 101 to 100. That's just an ugly matchup. We have Albano 112 against Lauder 99. My boy McKenzie didn't make the finals again or the playoffs again. He got robbed last year of his superstar team, but that sucks. Look at this. 9-7-1. That tie really was the deciding factor. Whoever won that pretty much made it. Would have made it into the playoffs, but Stan got the extra dub there. So if I had to pick anyone to win the losers bowl here, it would probably be McKenzie. Just kind of like going off of memory here, who has a good team. I don't know. Willow's team isn't terrible. I feel like Sam Howell, Bijan, Devon Achan. Never mind. His wide receivers are pretty awful. So we're gonna forget that I said that. Let's just look at everyone's teams real quick. Berto's team is one of the worst I've ever seen. Jonathan Taylor, RIP. Ramondre Stevenson, RIP. That's wild. He just had a bad draft. He's had a bad season. Sam Laporta is going to be his keeper, no doubt. Go to Albano. All right. Albano's team isn't the worst thing in the world. I'm surprised he's actually this bad. Um, yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. Drake London's kind of been a dud as well. Puka is probably his lifesaver. Austin Eckler has been pretty terrible. Joe Mixon's on the come up. So I guess this kind of does make sense. Calvin Ridley's also been bad. So yeah, honestly, this is like the all-time bust team here that, they have some really good weeks. Not really looking forward to that there. Bryant almost beat me last week because of DeAndre Hopkins exploded there, but this team is also not the best. Jake Browning, who knows what's going to come from him? Just this team's also pretty ugly. And, this is why these teams are not in the playoffs. I think McKenzie's team is really the only one. He's probably going to get the first pick. Look at this team. This team is insane. The fact they didn't make the playoffs with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb going absolutely insane for the past couple weeks is honestly a sin. This guy just really gets bad breaks. Kenneth Walker has been injured, though, so Javonte also hasn't been anything crazy this season, so I think his running backs really kind of held him back. Yeah, CJ Stroud. But CJ Stroud is just wasting away on his bench, and surprised he didn't make a move. Well, I'm sure he definitely tried to make a move, but no one probably just made a move for him. Mike Evans has been awesome this season. He has, like, what is he, wide receiver 9? That's incredible. All right. This is max loser brackets to win. Not even a question about it. But all right, that's pretty much the rapid recap here. Try to make this quick, easy one to listen to. So good luck this week to everybody but Abro, honestly. And I'll see you next time.